No, lady, how about you shut the up? I'm doing YouTube, bitch!
morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
What a great day. I mean, just an amazing day. Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on YouTube today. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. This is the morning show with me and BVD. I must have misunderstood BVD's message. So I guess he will be on, and I guess Carter is the third person coming on. I got a message from BVD at 4:30 this morning that was a screenshot of Carter's phone number, and it said Carter is co-hosting. So I thought maybe he wasn't coming on, but he's in the comment section, and I just misunderstood what he said. So BVD will be joining us soon, I would assume, and then we'll add Carter here in a little bit. But how you guys doing? Happy Tuesday, right? Yeah, happy Tuesday. World premiere episode coming up this afternoon. Lunch Money with me and Pigskin Pete. Brand new show here on the channel. Going to be every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. For those of you that are able to tune in today, I would recommend it. Yeah, good morning. You there? I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe, hold on. It might be on my end. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hello? I don't hear you. You there? I don't hear him. I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. Maybe let me try calling him. Maybe that'll work. I don't know if it's a bad connection. I don't know. It worked fine yesterday with Michael. If Michael Vick figured it out, I'm sure BVD can. Let's see. Okay, I hear it ringing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, good morning in that.
Yeah, good morning, Nat. Sorry about the confusion last night. I couldn't remember if I had told you that Carter was our co-host today.
Well, no, I mean, I knew you had been sick, and then you had to end your show early last night. So when I got that message at 4:30, I thought that meant you weren't coming on.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because on account of you had been under the weather and that.
Yeah, I think I'm beside the weather right now, trying to get above it.
Okay, well, I'm beside myself, so.
Oh well, shit.
Right.
We're good to go then.
Yeah.
Well, as long as Carter's anywhere near himself, we should be okay today.
I would assume so.
He is. I texted him right before I called you and asked him if he was awake, and he said, fuck you. So pretty sure that means, yeah, I'm awake.
Okay, good. Well, we'll add him at the normal time. Man, you missed a great show yesterday.
I heard.
I'm not going to lie. I thought about firing you after yesterday's show and replacing you with Mike Vick.
He was that good?
Oh, my God.
Goodness.
The guy's amazing.
Well, I'm going to listen to that today after lunch break.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
See what my competition's got.
Yeah.
That Mike Vick, boy, I tell you.
He's something, ain't he?
He's something else.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's something else.
Yeah, he's something and something else.
Oh, I thought he was.
And,
I knew he was something.
No, he's not something. He's something.
Right.
Big difference. Big difference.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you something this morning?
Oh, I'm everything this morning.
I see. Looks like you got your bar just about done back there.
I got the top and the trim painted yesterday on top there. Man, it looks good too.
So you're doing that all by yourself?
Yeah.
I am impressed.
I mentioned yesterday, Bob Vila ain't got shit on me, son.
Look,
You hear me?
I'm looking 10, 15 feet away, and I can see he definitely don't have shit on you.
Yeah. So yeah, the top
You
is.
might need to step his game up.
The top is done. I got to trim out the whatever it's called, the face of the bar, the white thing you see there. I got some trim pieces I got to put around there, and then the whole front side of the bar then will be done. And then I got to work on the back side, put some shelving and stuff in there, make a spot for the refrigerator back there. Oh,
what is that square in the front?
What?
It looks like there's a square in the front of the bar.
Yeah, I'm not telling you. You should be following Uncle Lou on Twitter like you're supposed to. Then you would know. Then you would know what it is. But maybe somebody in the comment section will tell you. But I'm not going to tell you purely out of principle.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You'll figure it out eventually, one way or another, though.
Probably one way.
One way or another.
Oh, another.
I'm gonna. What is it?
Find you.
I'm gonna get you. Or another.
Yep.
That's
you got
why,
it.
That's why I don't come on y'all's little music show. I just would dominate and humiliate everybody, so there's no point.
Plus, I understand.
Plus StreamYard only allows 9 people, so there's no room for me.
We're getting close. There's so many people challenging me, trying to take my trophy from me.
Yeah, well, it's not close. I mean, I tuned in last time. There was 9 people in the StreamYard. So
last night or last week?
Do y'all had another music show last night?
Oh, Carter's doing music shows every night, I think. He's got so many people wanting to test their musical knowledge.
I thought he had a show called Amped Up. Am I wrong?
He does.
And that's every night of the week now instead of one night a week?
Well, no, the show Amped Up is one night a week still. Yeah, I tell you what, we better ask him.
I tuned into that. It was 9 people in the StreamYard in there. So
we better ask him when he comes on.
Yeah, I don't watch when it's 9 people in the StreamYard.
Yeah, I've heard you say that
anyone
before.
cares. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I I'm just not into that.
Well, you're far too busy for that kind of crap anyway.
Well, no, because I have clicked on it, so I wasn't too busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought maybe you were taking a break from your busyness.
No.
When does your busyness end from day to day?
I don't take any breaks from my busyness. When does my what?
Your busyness. When does your busyness end on a daily basis?
Well, right now, my next break from busyness will be mid-January.
Woo. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, let's add it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 live shows a week for Uncle Lou from now till the middle of, forever. 9 live shows a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 uploaded videos a week, not including whatever videos I upload on Saturdays. So probably 8 or 9 uploaded videos a week on the main channel, and however many live shows I just said here on this channel.
So I was pretty spot on last night. I don't know if you heard me talking about you and how much time you put in. I said, when you say 60 to 70 hours a week, I said that's probably a low estimate.
Well, and yeah.
The videos alone, I mean, the edited videos alone, I know pile up in hours before you realize it.
The Friday, the hype and hate video on Friday and the Your Season is Over video on Sunday, those 2 videos alone probably take 10 hours.
Oh, at least, I would imagine. Depending on how much detail you put in them.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? You'll enjoy this, I think. So, clearly, you're aware of the Georgia hat that I have to wear in my live streams.
Oh, no doubt. This is the last week you have to do that, though, isn't it?
It is, and I'm putting in overtime. Last night, when I got done with my stream, I had to go to the store and get some zinc and vitamin this and that. And I'm walking into the store last night, putting my mask on, and reached up to straighten my hat, and I was like, the hell is this? And I looked, and I still had the Georgia hat on. So I was out in public last night wearing a Georgia hat.
Good job, buddy.
Pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to tell people if they asked, because like you, everywhere I go, everyone notices me, of course. And I was going to tell people it was a Glendale hat if they asked.
I don't get noticed that often. Not around town.
Oh, just out in the rest of the world?
Well, no, just in general, really. But
hey, you're being
I mean, if I go to a Georgia game, yeah, I mean, it's not like I go to Walmart and there's people following me around. I mean,
you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Not want to turn around and look every now and then.
No, nobody knows.
Not want to turn around and look. You're a famous guy, dude.
Every once in a while, something like that will happen, but it's not very often.
Seriously, though, joking aside, have you ever had that happen when the kids are with you?
Someone recognizes me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not that it never happens. It's just, it's not all the time. But, yeah. Yeah.
What do the kids say? Anything at all? Or
the older they get, the less cool it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the same with Kayla.
Yeah.
Now that she's going to be 20 here, and what is today? September 1st? Damn. 17 days, she's going to be 20. Believe it or not.
That is something.
So now, both of my offspring are in their 20s and 30s. God, I'm getting old, man. Tell me something to cheer me up, Lou.
Football season start.
There you go. Started Saturday, right?
Yeah, not very many people watch that, but there will be a lot of people watching this weekend, I think. There's some good teams playing this. I know you're a Tennessee fan, and I know you don't subscribe to the Sleeta philosophy, but do you keep up with Memphis more than Cincinnati or like?
No,
No, okay.
no. I couldn't tell you the last game Memphis played or the next game Memphis played.
Okay. Well, the next one is Saturday.
Okay, who they play?
I can't remember, but the reason I mentioned it yesterday. There's not any great games this weekend, but there are some good teams playing. Memphis, UAB.
Memphis is still fairly decent, right? Or supposed to be.
They're ranked ahead of Tennessee in some polls.
Jeez, we'll see how long that lasts.
They're ranked ahead of Tennessee in the only poll that matters. I can tell you that. Oh, I hope everybody. I didn't get nearly. I'm a little pissed off. I'm just gonna be honest. Every single top 10 poll I've ever done, and I've done a bunch of them, because I do them every Monday for like the last 3 years straight during the season. But every single one I've ever done, multiple people, multiple comments in the comment section. Why won't you do a top 25? And my answer has always been, this is a top 10 and it's 25 minutes long. That's why.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Now, if I wanted to do
like a whole show, wouldn't it?
If I wanted to do what the AP does, which is just put a poll out, I could do that. But it would literally be an hour or so long because the biggest complaint. Well, you hear a lot of complaints about polls in general, but one of the complaints you hear is that you don't know why people rank teams where they do. So the top 10, I explain. Now, people don't always agree with my explanation or my reasoning, and I don't expect them to. But I don't think people shouldn't expect to agree with what I say. But the fact that I'm at least taking the time to explain it. So anyway, that's why I don't do a top 25. But yesterday I did the top 10 poll, and then I even said before I started the poll, I said at the end of the video, I'll tell you who I would have 11 through 25. And then that's what I did. At the end of the video, I put up a top 25 poll. It had the top 10 that I had just gone over in detail, and then I listed the teams 11 through 25. Not a word.
Nah.
Not a pat on the back. Not a, oh, yeah, thanks for finally doing that, Lou.
I just gave you a pat on the back. I don't know if you felt it or not.
So...
But I just gave you one, so.
Yeah, and I think I had like Memphis. Memphis was 15 or 16, and then Tennessee was right after that.
So that answers what would have been my next question.
But hey, Tennessee and Uncle Lou's top 25. First time in a couple of years. First time in several years. First time in probably 3 years.
Realistically speaking.
Of course, it's only because so many other teams aren't playing.
So I'm going to assume, having not seen your top 10 video, that there are no Big Ten or Pac-12 teams in there.
No, no. And I know, the AP and the Coaches Poll have them in there. I don't think they're going to continue to rank those teams now that the polls, they'll start putting their polls out too every week. I don't think they're going to continue to rank those teams. I think it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just
according
insane.
to the article that they put out last week. The AP at least is done with them.
Yeah, it should be. It's nothing against those teams. I mean, I had 3.
Well, what's the point?
I had 3 in my top 10. I had Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon all in my top 10. There's no point in ranking them. I still think those are 3 of the best 10 teams, but if they're not playing, what's the point? So,
well, if you make a grocery shopping list, you don't put down things that you're not going to get,
right?
Do you?
No.
So
good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Speaking of good points, I get a lot of complaints about things I post on my Facebook page. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but I do. But I had a new one. There's a new one now. Now, this guy, a couple of days ago, he made a post complaining about what I don't post on my personal Facebook page. Now, does that make any sense? I can see reading somebody's post and getting pissed off about it. I mean, okay, fine. But are you telling me now, sir? Not you. I'm talking because
Right.
I don't know if
Talking to said shithead, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he's listening, but I'm pretty sure that he is.
Yeah, he is.
I could understand getting mad about something that somebody posts on Facebook, but the idea that you would get pissed off about something that someone doesn't post is just foreign to me. I've been trying for 2 days to try to like think of a scenario in which I would be mad about something that someone didn't post on their Facebook page, and I'm coming up empty here.
Well, let's pretend for a moment that you were reading a post on Facebook that I had posted about you. We'll just say you. I posted a post about you, and I was talking about how bad your Facebook posts were.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be sitting there thinking, well, I wonder why he didn't post this or that.
No.
Now, would you?
No.
Yes, I see where you're going here.
So I spent the next couple hours after he did that saying, look at this guy. Not a single post on his page about how much he hates the KKK. He must love the KKK. If you don't have not a single post on this guy's page about how the world is round, he must be a flat earther. Gotta be a flat earther. Yeah, not a single post on this guy's page about how much he loves Betty White. This guy hates Betty White.
That poor Betty White.
Now, who hates Betty White? Nobody. She's an American icon.
So she's not a thing.
No. So that's
Gotcha.
my new philosophy towards this guy. Anything he doesn't post about.
Well, you could spend hours just listing the things he doesn't post.
Right.
How long before you get blocked?
Oh, I don't know. I wish
You probably need to remind him in his posts that he's not posting the post that he forgot to post about when you're going to get blocked.
Yeah.
Because he probably hasn't posted that, right?
It was just the weirdest thing. Like, I'm used to people getting mad about some of the things I post, whether it's sports related or just some other opinion I have on an issue or whatever. But to get mad about something I don't post, it made no sense to me. It was weird. Some people just, I guess, are looking for reasons to get their feelings hurt. I don't know.
You don't hurt people's feelings, do you?
Lou hasn't posted anything in 2 days that hurt my feelings. I'm going to make a post about how the things he doesn't post hurts my feelings.
What's your opinion about this? I've heard, and I've even heard from you, that you can be an asshole on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you're in agreement with me on that, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I'd heard you say that. I just wanted to clarify, because I didn't want to make a post on Facebook about you not posting about being an asshole.
Right. Yeah, that would be.
I mean, I told somebody once, I forget who it was. Somebody said, Uncle Lou's an asshole. And I said, well, look, the guy wears a hat that says Team Asshole on it.
Right.
I mean,
that'd be like seeing you walking down the street with a Tennessee hat on and going, man, look at this guy. This guy's a Tennessee fan.
You believe that?
What gave it away? Uncle Lou's an asshole. How do you know? He wears a hat that says I'm an asshole.
You reckon that's the only asshole hat?
As of right now, well, no. No, it's not. And someone sent me those. There's a guy I'm friends with on Facebook. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a Florida State fan. And I don't know him in real life. I just know him through Facebook. And one time in one of his profile pictures, he was wearing this hat that said Team Asshole. And I sent him a message, and I said, man, where did you get that? I need that. And basically his response was, there's a group of friends, and they came up with this a long time ago. They called themselves Team Asshole, and each of them has one of these Team Asshole hats with their name or nickname embroidered on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know if you just ordered it from somewhere or what. And he said, no, we had them custom made. Well, about 2 weeks later, 2 showed up at my house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one says Uncle Lou on the back, one says Lou Tube on the back. And
that was actually going to be my next question, if he actually put your name on the back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Uncle Lou on one and Lou Tube on the other. So, and I've never, I've sold a lot of T-shirts with phrases or whatever from the show that have been popular over the years or whatever, but I've never put up a Team Asshole hat. I think there was some shirts for sale at one time, some Team Asshole shirts, but never any hats. And
how'd the Team Asshole shirts do?
I don't remember, but I'm not very. Well, for one thing, I don't think Facebook allowed them on the shelf, so it was. Well, none of my. I don't sell very many shirts. I give more away. I give way more away in a year than I sell. I don't. I think all of 2019, when I did my taxes, I'm trying to remember, but I think all of 2019, I made $700 from the Teespring store. So I don't sell a lot of merchandise. But I give a lot of it away.
We need to. We got to get that. We got to get your merchandising game up.
Well, it's so hard to make money on merchandise through one of those third party. No, I'm not concerned about merch. I give it away, and then that's all. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I was never going to sell the Team Asshole hats. But anyway, there's a tier on the Patreon page, and I think there's 4 or 5. Hold on, don't I have a picture of it? Let me see if I have a picture of it. Yeah, I do. There you go.
Oh, cool.
So,
George Thorogood's brother's in the comment today.
Yeah, Will, he's been he's here all the time. So, but there are 5 currently 5 honorary members of Team Asshole, and I ordered their hats probably about 2 weeks ago. I should be getting them in pretty soon, and then I'll send them out to them. But there they are.
Huh. Tiger Cat and Wilkie.
Yes.
Honorary members of Team Asshole.
Right. And Celine Driver.
I dispute that.
And Alan V.
Which one's Alan V?
Troll Patrol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alan V's got he's got name issues, don't he?
No. He's the lieutenant. In my Troll Patrol army. Yeah.
So what's Wilkie?
What, in the Troll Patrol army?
Yeah, is he like a private or?
No, none of these people are privates. Alan's the general. Well, Alan's the general of the Troll Patrol army. The rest of these people are whatever's right under that.
Okay, I got you. Dish.
Yeah.
That's is that the complete name? No, I'm not familiar with Dish.
Yeah, no one is.
Okay.
As far as I know, he does not participate in the comment section.
Oh, okay. Interesting name.
Yeah.
Dish.
It's easy to come up with nicknames for people who are in the comment section because their nickname is in the comment section.
Right.
Not, believe it or not everybody on my Patreon page participates in the live shows. Some of them mainly just on the other channel. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that are behind the scenes, so to speak. We got 87 people, it looks like, in here watching today, but nowhere near that commenting.
Right.
And apparently,
look at the views that a live show gets versus any video I upload on the regular channel. So, and everybody knows this or should know this. However many subscribers you have, it's going to be a small percentage of that participate in live shows.
yeah, that brings up an interesting question I have. Do you know who My Cowboys Family is?
Yeah.
MCF.
Uh-huh.
Well, they've got 6,000 some odd subscribers. And I see, I get notifications when they do a live show. And last night at 3 something in the morning, they were doing a live show. 3,300 and some people watching. But hardly nobody commented. I don't understand that.
Yeah, weird.
So
weird.
I guess good for them.
I guess.
That's amazing. 3,000 people watching a live stream, from somebody with 6,000 subs any time of the day is amazing. That's not a shot at them either. Those guys are,
to be honest.
Well, okay, you said it. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You watch any other live stream with 3,000 people in there, the comment section just fly.
Right. Celine Driver, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, you shaved? Wow. Yeah, I shave every week or so. Been doing it for years. I had fell behind. I don't know. I was probably a week late in shaving this time, and I never shave. I never shave it all the way off. I just trim it down. But in case anyone's interested in my personal grooming habits, there you go. Pine Cone, thank you for the super chat this morning, sir. He says, BVD, that hat doesn't cause baldness.
Doesn't cause what?
Baldness.
I guess he's talking about the Georgia hat.
I guess. There's probably a joke there somewhere that I just don't get.
Yeah, it's gone right over my head. Maybe it's because I'm not bald. I don't know.
Pinecone now says the biggest complaint about polls is it clean? Is he watching a different show but commenting on this one? I don't understand anything he's saying. Were we saying something about polls? And
I don't remember you saying anything about polls.
Polls, Poles, which is like a flagpole or a stripper pole.
Right.
And he's talking about a stripper pole. Is it clean? The answer is clearly no. If that's the case. But super chat.
Speculatively thinking, of course, here, stripper poles could be clean.
Not for long.
Yeah. No offense to strippers, of course.
Celine Driver, thank you for the super chat. He says, good job on your top 25, Lou. Pat, pat, pat. So he patted me on the back. Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, speaking of pat on the back, based on what I saw when you had the camera going, the live camera, and based on what I've seen that is or is not on the walls of your new studio, you're doing something right with the new board, because the echo that was there, not there. At least, on my end.
I figured that out.
Okay.
I figured that out.
It sounds, there's no echo. How can I explain this? There's no echo that I'm hearing when you talk, but it sounds different than it did before.
Right.
Like it's not muffled, but it's, not as crisp, so to speak.
Good. Thank you.
There you go.
Gator Zone, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Kentucky men's basketball Black Lives Matter Facebook post comments are epic.
Okay.
Rob W., thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, did you show Wilkie the pic I sent you on Facebook? I don't know.
Well, if you did, you didn't post about it on Facebook.
And that makes you mad, doesn't it?
It does. I'm big mad about that. Hey, guess who was talking about football last night?
Who?
You won't believe me when I say it.
Not you.
8 camel toes.
Oh, yeah. I knew it wasn't you.
Nah, why would I do that?
You wouldn't, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to give you something to post about on Facebook.
Right.
I talk about football, Jesus.
This guy, Cheesky Dewey in the comments section, Lou's top 25 is terrible. He left a bunch of comments on the video yesterday about how terrible the top 25 was. Give me an example, Cheesky Dewey, of a top 25 that isn't terrible, in your opinion.
Cheesky Dewey, I see him.
I bet he can't. I bet he can't. I bet he.
Do we know who? Do we know whose team Cheesky Dewey is?
No, it's some. I don't even know what his real account is. This is some troll account somebody has created.
Oh man!
But I would love for Cheesky Dewey to give us all an example of a top 25 poll out right now that isn't terrible, according to him. And we'll all be patiently awaiting you to let us know that. Cheesky Dewey. Let's see. Jordan Bowman, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, speaking of shaving, when's that shaving tutorial with Michael Vick coming out? Yeah, BVD, I hear what you're saying about you're going to listen to the show or whatever. I don't know if you really are or not. Some people say that. At least watch towards the end. I think it's maybe the last 20 minutes or so. We do a breakdown of Mike Vick's beard.
Oh boy!
And you need to. That was pretty good. I would suggest at least watching that. That'll give you a good idea of how the entire show went without having to watch the entire show.
And he participated in the breakdown of his beard.
Yeah. Well, really like the last 30 minutes because I pull up his YouTube channel and we sort of go through some of his videos and I ask some very pertinent questions. And I think we really figured some stuff out in terms of what's going on with Michael Vick. And that's like the last 30 minutes, but that was pretty good. The last 30 minutes it was all good, but the last 30 minutes I thought was pretty funny. And Michael Vick's a good sport too. I like him.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was a little concerned about that.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to beat around the bush. He knows he talks, it takes him a long time to say a little bit. And that gets on people's nerves, but I get on people's nerves. So it doesn't make it a bad person.
You do not.
I mean, everybody's got something. Well, yeah, everybody's got something that gets on somebody's nerves. So I'm not, not picking on him or singling him out, but that's his thing that irritates people. Is that it takes him a long time to say a little bit, but the last 30 minutes was really good. Let's see what we got here. Big Bro for show. Thank you for hitting that super chat, sir. He says Memphis is Tennessee's Big Bro for show.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good one. I was going to wait for you to say it.
They've definitely been better than Tennessee the last few years. I mean,
Yeah.
I
guess
guess
won't play us.
Maybe
but,
going back to when Fuentes got there is when they got pretty good. When Fuentes got there, whatever that was, 7 or 8 years ago.
Well, good for them.
Mike Nixon, thank you for the super chat. He says, great job on your top 25 list. Pat. I'm a big fan of your work. Thank you, sir. I'm a big fan of your comments.
Apparently, he's a big fan of Pat, too.
Yeah. Who is this Pat guy people keep talking about?
It might be Pat Summit.
Could be.
She's not a guy. Well, she could be because when you say, "Hey guys, what's up?" You're not just talking to the guys.
Stop, because I can't. You're dangling red meat right in front of me, and people are going to get pissed off. So just stop.
Well, isn't that what they want? Dangling red meat right in front of me.
You can't tell me. What'd you say? Say it again. Say it one more time. Pat Summit, what isn't what?
Isn't the guy. Shut up.
Man, I think you're purposely setting me up for something. I'm not stepping on that landmine, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, probably not a good idea.
Yeah, let's move on. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Rob W. says the Waikiki Village in Myrtle Beach. Oh, you sent me that? I thought Waikiki sent me that. I'm so confused. I did see that picture. Someone sent me a picture of a hotel called Waikiki Village in Myrtle Beach. I thought it was Waikiki that sent me that picture.
Honest mistake, I guess.
I guess. See, I feel so bad. See, there's people in here that comment under a name. Then there's people that are friends with me on Facebook under their real name. And sometimes that name's the same and sometimes it's not. Then there are a list of people who have my cell phone number, and I don't have all of their numbers saved in my phone. I'm not saying that any of these people I'm talking about is Rob W. I'm just giving an example of why sometimes I might not remember who sent me something. And then you've got somebody that will email me, and they're, so in theory, I could be getting messages under 4 different names from one person. I could be reading comments from a person on YouTube. That same person could then email me something, and the email name has nothing to do with the YouTube name. Then maybe they have my phone number, so I'm getting text messages from them. And then maybe they're friends with me on Facebook, and so that's their real name. But a lot of times, and if it's just one person, I can keep up with that, but it's a lot of people. So sometimes I get confused.
I'm confused just listening to you. Explain it.
Right. It's like I'll use Waikiki as an example because I know I'm friends with him on Facebook. So if I get a message from Waikiki on Facebook, it's not from Waikiki.
Right. It's from his name.
Right. And then if he has my phone number, I might not have that number saved in my phone, so I'm getting a message from a phone number. And then if he emails me, his email might be iLikeCheese@gmail.com. I mean, I don't know what, people have weird email names. So it's just hard for me to keep track.
Do you have...
I'm going to see if that's taken. I'm going to see if that's taken. iLikeCheese@gmail.com.
Do you have my name saved in your phone as my name or as BVD?
BVD.
Okay, yeah, I got you as Uncle Lou. Actually, I've got you as Uncle Lou on LouTube.
Yeah, that's good. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says, speaking of Mike Vick, when are you going to have Chess deal with that Kentucky uniform on his neck? Yeah, that'll make sense to you when you watch the last 30 minutes of the Michael Vick experience from yesterday, BVD. But yeah, we can do the same breakdown with Chess Hall the next time we have him on. Which I still have not ordered his fortune cookies and his kimono. I need to do that.
What?
Yeah, I don't have his address. I think he sent me his address on Facebook, and then his Facebook got deleted, so all the messages are gone now.
I was actually, I was wondering about the fortune cookies and kimono last night when he was talking about his break that he's taking.
Did Cheesky Dooski or whatever the hell, did he ever give us an example of a top 25 that's not terrible? Because if he did, I want to pull it up and read it.
I'm not seeing it. Always, I'm leaving. I'm going to post my top 25. That wouldn't be it.
He's going to post
I
his top
overslept.
25. Well, whoopity-doo if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it. Does it make a noise, Cheesky?
Well, he says he's going to post it in the comments of this video. So does that mean he's going to post it now?
So he never gave an example of a top 25 that's not terrible. So he just thinks they're all terrible?
Must be. I wonder if his will be terrible to us. I'm just going to go ahead and tell him right now, Cheesky Dooski.
It's going to be a troll top 25.
Yeah, if Tennessee's not in it,
he's going to have like Auburn number 1 and Texas number 2. That's what he'll do. The email address is in the description of all the videos, Nick. J. Rizzle Drizzle. I'm glad you're in here this morning, sir, because we talked about you quite a bit yesterday. Poor J. Rizzle Drizzle. You can't fault a guy for loving his team. And fan is short for fanatic. So, being rational and being a fan doesn't always go hand in hand.
No.
And Lord knows I'm guilty of it.
Why would it?
This guy... this guy got caught out over the barrel here with the LSU's finishing in the top 5 deal.
It's he?
Yeah, it's him. And we made that $100 bet or whatever. And then 2 days ago, Jamar Chase said he's not playing this year. LSU's best player, best wide receiver in America. Yesterday, their starting defensive tackle said he's not playing this year. And I felt bad for him. So I told him I would give him one opportunity. Now and now only, to change his mind about that bet if he so chooses. Because he's a nice guy. He's not one of these a-holes that shows up and goes, I bet you $10,000, it's something like, he just legitimately believed in his team. And there's nothing wrong with that. And let's be honest, not a lot of people think LSU's going to finish in the top 5, but it wouldn't be mind-blowing. It's not like somebody showing up saying, I'm a Miami fan. I bet you $100 we're finishing top 5. I mean, that would just be completely ridiculous. It's not completely ridiculous that he was willing to bet LSU finished in the top 5, even though not a lot of people agreed with it. They are a talented team. I mean, they just have a tough schedule. They lost a ton. The whole quarterback issue, plus Joe Brady being gone, yada, yada, yada. So, but anyway, I told him I would give him one chance and one chance only, and he took me up on it. So he's a smart individual. He's a smart individual. But I think we're going to see more of this. Tennessee hasn't had anybody opt out, have they?
Nah, nobody big anyway that I've heard of.
Yeah, Georgia either. But, man, it's hard to believe that – well, I guess maybe it's not. I don't know. I guess in terms of the SEC, we still got over 3 weeks before the season starts. But you would have thought some of these people maybe would have already made this decision. I don't know. But it just I don't think you're doing your – I think the kids are perfectly within their rights if they decide they don't want to play this year. I completely understand. But it sort of seems like the longer you wait to make that decision – the more detrimental it becomes to your team. I mean, these teams are in full regular practice mode now. I mean, pads, the whole deal.
Yeah, they're getting after it.
Yeah. And a coach wants to know if his starting defensive tackle is not going to play. And it just seems like the longer you wait to make that decision, the more of a bind you're putting your team in. But I have a feeling these aren't the last. I have a feeling these aren't the last of them that we'll hear. Texas A&M.
These guys that are opting out.
Cornerback for Texas A&M opted out this morning.
These guys that are opting out, they still working out with the team?
I'm sure. I don't. Now,
that
as far as participating in practice, I would say no, because that's detrimental to the team. You can't allow Jamar Chase to take reps at wide receiver 1 when you're trying to prepare, your offense to beat Alabama and Auburn and Texas A&M and Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Florida and on and on and on. So now, are they letting the kids stay in the facilities and work out and all that? I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. But I have a feeling we'll hear more.
That's got to be. That's got to be tough. Even got to be tough on both parties involved. You know, if all they're doing is just working out with them in the weight room, still got to be tough. Because guys are like, hey man, sure you want to opt out?
This is we've
what
been
a weird
talking
year
for over a year now about Georgia and their quote unquote no name defense. That's benefiting UGA right now. There are a ton of NFL players on Georgia's defense, but there's not one or two that you look at and go, those guys are, the elite, the first rounders, whatever. Everyone on Georgia's defense is so good, no one stands out. So I think that's why Georgia hasn't had any defensive players opt out. And offensively, who would opt out on Georgia's offense? Who? There are no guaranteed first or second round picks, I don't think, on Georgia's offense, with the exception. No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Jamie Newman's clearly not going to opt out, or he just would have went pro last year. He's already graduated. JT Daniels isn't going to opt out. He's probably not even playing this year. 4 new starters on the offensive line. None of them are opting out. We lost, DeAndre Swift's gone. So none of the running backs are opting out. They're all looking to prove themselves this year. Wide receivers, we've never had any. I mean, we've got some, George Pickens is good. D-Rob can't opt out. He's got NFL potential, but he's been a disappointment the last 2 years. This is his last chance, He's got to put some, Demetrius Robertson.
Yeah, see, I've never heard of it. Of course, I don't.
He's the one that went. He's the one that went to Cal for a year and then transferred back to UGA.
Okay. Didn't like it out there, I guess.
Had the whole ceremony where he had the picture covered up with a sheet. He took the sheet off and the picture was upside down. Anyway.
Jeez.
But I don't think these two from LSU and the cornerback from Texas A&M are going to be the last ones that opt out. I think we'll see more. Florida had 4 almost opt out, 4 starters, 3 on offense and 1 on defense. Now they've since changed their mind.
The
ones that surprise me the most are running backs. Is
there a time limit on these guys? I mean, is there like a cutoff date where we get to this point? So they can
you can't
opt
force
out.
Somebody to play. You got players quitting before the bowl game every year. So no, there is no time limit. You got players in a normal season that quit after the 12th game.
Jeez.
So no, they could play 3 games and quit if they want. What are you gonna do if you can't force a kid to play?
Sure, you can.
So
trying to think of how, but yeah.
The ones that still surprise me the most are the ones that I was surprised they ever came back this year to start with, Najee Harris and Travis Etienne. I don't know what those two have to prove.
Especially now.
Yeah. So those are the ones that surprised me the most. But anyway, where are we at? Jay Rizzle says, I'm afraid this opting out is about to be the new college basketball, except 2 and done. I hate this for the future of college football. Things tend to go forwards, not backwards. So, the coronavirus causing a lot of second-year players to sit out their 3rd year. And, of course, you have to be 3 years removed from high school right now to go pro. I hope that doesn't happen either, what he's talking about. The 3 – I like the 3-year rule in football. And the NFL so far has always been in support of that too. And that has helped. That has helped. You got to remember, it's not a college rule. A college can't tell the NFL you can't take a player until he's 3 years removed from high school. So that's an NFL deal. So hopefully that doesn't change. I think the 3-year thing is fair, but it would hurt college football. It would hurt the quality of college football if it went to 2 and done instead of 3 and done or whatever. So I don't want that either. Phil Helmuth is in the comment section. Sir, you need to calm down. I don't even know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, I know you're agitated and irate because you always are. So please calm down, sir. He says pocket nines are key. Yeah, key to going broke. Key to going broke, sir.
Pocket nines are key.
Jay Rizzle says, Jamar Chase, I can understand, top 5 pick, but Vincent, Shelvin, and Farrell, I believe, are idiots.
Shelvin. So he's shelving his season?
Yeah. Let's see what you did there.
You like that, didn't you?
I see what you did. Yeah.
Get Carter on the line, see what he thinks. See what the hell he's doing. He hasn't fallen asleep.
Let me see about these PayPals here.
He hasn't started a live stream.
Are you still hooking a TV up wirelessly on the wall so when you stream games, you will have the box score on the TV? Yeah, there's going to be 4 or 5 TVs in here, and they'll all be hooked up wirelessly. Yes.
Well, how you going to get power to them if you got them hooked up wirelessly?
Hamster on a wheel.
Oh, like my phone.
No wires required for that. Yeah, thank you for the PayPal. And the reason there's no TVs in here yet is and the reason there's nothing on the walls yet is there are 3 TVs going on the wall behind the bar, and I have not secured the bar to the floor or the wall yet. So in theory, it could still be moved a little bit one way or the other. If I decide I need a little bit more room on one side or the other, I can still move the bar right now. Once the bar is done and I decide permanently where the bar is going to be, then the first thing I'm putting up on the wall is those 3 TVs, and then everything else that goes on the wall will be based around that. I don't want to start hanging stuff on the wall and then have to take it down because I decided to put a TV there. And I don't know exactly where the TVs are going yet until I am 100% sure the bar is where I want.
That wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it?
No, it wouldn't. What would make sense is Mr. Reiser sending this PayPal, which I owe him another thank you anyway. I'll mention that in a second. He said, I asked a pretty young homeless woman if I could take her home. She smiled at me and said yes. The look on her face soon changed, however, when I walked off with her cardboard box. Jesus.
Yeah.
This man is out here picking on the homeless. That's a shame.
Well, hell, he's running out of jokes.
That's a shame. An absolute shame. BVD, the mini helmets are rolling in, sir.
That's good.
They are rolling in. West by God, Virginia showed up yesterday.
Nice.
Which one? Air Force showed up yesterday. Here's one you'll like. Middle Tennessee State showed up a couple of days ago.
Blue Raiders.
Oklahoma, Wake Forest, Mississippi State, Southern Cal.
Dang. Variety.
I mean, when I tell you they're rolling in, they're rolling in.
That's cool. I'm going to start collecting $100 bills.
I owe a lot of thank yous to a lot of people. Housewarming gifts, they call it. Which is kind of funny because Mrs. Lou keeps making jokes about me living out here because I've been spent so much time out here working the last week or so. Pretty much.
He's probably the biggest beneficiary of this new studio.
Pretty much since the drywall guy left, I've been in here working.
Have you fallen asleep out there yet?
I've not fallen asleep out here. No. That'll come once football season starts and I'm out here from 8 in the morning till 2 in the morning. That happened. That used to happen all the time last year. I'd get to watching those primetime games, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Oh, BVD hung up on me. I don't appreciate that at all, BVD. I don't appreciate that one bit. Thank you guys for hitting the PayPal. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for the super chats, too. I don't know what happened to BVD. I don't know if his phone died or what, or if the call just disconnected, but I'm sure he'll call back whenever it's convenient for him. So, and apparently it's convenient right now. Good morning.
Well, it was.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Yeah, you hung up on me.
I was asking if you fell asleep, if you had fallen asleep in the new studio yet, and then everything just went quiet.
So you didn't hear none of the answers then?
No, I thought maybe you'd fallen asleep in the studio.
No, well, I'm not re-answering it. So that's just what it is. That would be stupid.
Yeah.
The answer wasn't interesting the first time. People don't want to have to hear it again. So let's get Carter on. Maybe he won't hang up on me.
Okay.
All right, got his number written down in that. Yeah, I have to.
Why is Bama Marine getting hidden?
Was it a fake one?
Bama Marine was okay. Yeah, Bama Marine was hidden by Alan V.
No,
got to be an accident.
No, he was unhidden. Anyway, let's add this individual.
What's going on?
Yeah, good morning. You're on with Lou and BVD, though, and also in addition to that as well.
Happy to be on here with you guys.
Okay, good. Now, is it okay that there's only 3 of us on here? Is that okay?
I see what you did there, Lou.
Yeah. Perfectly fine.
Okay, good. What's going on, Carter?
Nothing much, man. Just another day in West Tennessee.
I understand.
Lou, I don't know if you realize this or not. You asked me earlier about Memphis. Carter is a big supporter and follower of Tiger High.
I don't know what that is.
In what?
Tell him what Tiger High is.
Tiger High School is Memphis. That's
you call it a high
nickname.
School? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Man, Tennessee Vols fans have sunk to trash talking group of 5 teams.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, that's been going on since way before we've been relegated to talking trash to group of 5 schools.
Okay.
Since Memphis was Memphis State.
Yeah.
all they talk about is 1996.
What happened in 1996?
They beat us in football.
Is that the last time
The
you
only
played them?
time. No, we played them 22 times. They've only beat us once.
Okay.
But the last time we played them was in 2010, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they almost beat us after we won the Natty.
You're 99, yeah.
So some of these Big Ten players or whoever, parents, I don't know who it was, sued the Big Ten. And part of that process, the Big Ten had to turn over some documents. The vote in the Big Ten was 11-3 in favor of postponing the season, canceling it. Iowa, Nebraska, Ohio State, the only 3 schools that voted to play. Now, these are school presidents. That's who votes, not athletic directors. Athletic, we talked about this, but athletic directors, head coaches, football players, they would vote to play during the rapture, which is why they're not the ones that make these decisions. School presidents made the decision, but it was an 11-3 vote.
Ballard's telling us that it was 12-2 actually.
Well, he's wrong.
He was talking about the 2029 vote.
Yeah.
Ballard's wrong. Ballard's wrong.
The report I read last night, Ballard said 11-3.
Yeah, well, it's right here. You had to turn to these court documents. It was 11-3. The Big Ten filed a legal brief. 3 incorrect and unsupportable assertions in the player's lawsuit, which focused on the vote and the process that led to the decision. Blah blah blah. Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren confirmed the vote, saying that the league's Council of Presidents and Chancellors were overwhelmingly in support of postponement. The Big Ten did not list how each school voted, although multiple sources told ESPN that it was Nebraska, Ohio State, and Iowa were the 3 schools voting against postponement. The Big Ten filing includes a sworn affidavit from Northwestern president, the chairman of the Big Ten Council on blah, 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 who confirms the 11-3 vote and states that the vote was made for the health, safety, and wellness of student athletes. So, sworn affidavit in court, 11-3.
So a sworn affidavit in court versus Ballard.
Right.
Sports media.
There you go.
Yes.
Just don't steal Ballard's logo.
Yeah.
So that's that for that. So somebody in the comment section yesterday trying to bet me that the Big Ten's still going to play. I said, just take half whatever it is you want to bet and burn it, and you'll save half your money. They're not playing. Now there is, I don't know. Listen, Kevin Warren's going to be out of a job. It's just a matter of time. This guy has just screwed it up at every possible turn. I don't know if he's in over his head. I don't know what the deal is with this Kevin Warren. Now they're talking about starting right after Thanksgiving.
Jesus.
Yeah, they've been talking about that since, 1980. Giving Ballard facts.
They like to play in the snow.
I mean, how would that even work? It wouldn't.
Maybe they play 8 games. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how that would work either.
That would go all the way into January.
They wouldn't be. That's way too late to then be included in the current season that the other conferences are in. I mean, like the SEC is starting a couple of weeks later than the Big 12 and the ACC, but they're all ending at the same time. So that, that's all the same season. If the Big Ten plays after Thanksgiving, that's not this season. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we're already going to be how many games in?
Well, we'll only
6,
have 2 games left at that point.
7, 8 games. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
We're trying to figure out a way to weasel themselves back in. You done it. You done it to yourselves this year, Big Ten. So just.
Did y'all spend any time on Facebook yesterday?
There's a lot going on.
See everybody mad about this yesterday? I know y'all are on a delay. I don't even know if you can see it. It's Nick Saban leading his football team on a Black Lives Matters march.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Tennessee did something too like that over the weekend, and there was a lot of people mad.
And that bird in the background's highly pissed off about something.
Yeah, they're mad at you.
Well, I don't know why they're mad at me.
Music competition.
Shame all these people that can't watch college football anymore. Oh,
You know that the one thing I read, and of course this is it said with Tennessee's march, was that there was a letter. I think it was yesterday. It came out that was saying something about the Palmer address, saying that they were supporting the student athletes and to end racism, but that he wasn't. They weren't supporting the Black Lives Matter. They were just supporting their fellow, the student athletes and whatnot. And there were student athletes that helped sign that says BLM and whatnot, because apparently a few donors got mad and said that, hey, you want to lose our money, keep doing this or something like that.
well,
No,
then tell them to get to stepping then. Bye. People need to understand the difference between the political organization called Black Lives Matter and the general idea that Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
But that's a nuanced difference that the average racist just isn't capable of understanding, unfortunately. But, I mean, to be honest, all these people who, oh my God, I'm never watching the NFL. Oh my God, I'm never watching NASCAR. Oh my God, I'm never watching the NBA. Oh my God, I'm never watching Major League Baseball. I wish they would stop watching college football. The college football fan base as a whole would benefit from those people finding something else to do anyway, in my opinion. Type.
Well, I mean, do they really even? They don't. Those people really don't give a shit about college football anyway. They're just looking for something to start shit about.
Well, no, they've spent the last 2 years saying, if any of this shit ever comes to college football, I'll quit watching that too. So, but, when it comes time for these people to put their principles to the test, they have no principles. So they're still going to watch.
Oh, yeah, they're going to watch.
Yeah, they might pretend not to watch on Facebook, but that'll be the extent of it. Waikiki, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Big Ten was talking about playing in NFL domes, but would an NFL team let a college team come into their facilities? Well, apparently the Jacksonville Jaguars would, much to my chagrin. I think Georgia, Florida should have gone to a 2-year home and home deal. If I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm not letting 300 strangers from out of town into my facilities in the beginning of November. I'm just not.
Don't they let the AEW wrestlers in there too?
AEW wrestlers?
Yeah.
In a football stadium?
No, well, like in their facilities and stuff, like their workout, like the gyms and stuff.
What facilities? The Jaguars?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't even know what AEW is.
Because the owner AEW's that wrestling group that the Jacksonville Jaguars owner, I think, helped put or flip the bill for or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have any clue. If they are, that's stupid too.
I'm going to do Ballard a favor right here. Ballard, you might want to keep that thought to yourself because you're just going to get yourself in a whole lot of trouble.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I just remember Ballard's like, what? How old Ballard? Like 19, 18, something like that?
Ballard's annoyed that Alabama coaches and football players are getting involved in the idea of equality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Might want to shelf that thought, Ballard.
Here's another
Doing you a favor here.
Here's another brain dead 4chan Fruit Loop drooler here. 6,000 COVID deaths. Let's cancel everything. This went around yesterday too. What is it? How many people have died now? 180,000. 6,000 of them had nothing else wrong with them. And these people are acting like they just discovered yesterday that there are unhealthy people in this country. We're the unhealthiest civilized society on planet Earth. That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. Almost every single person in human history that has died from natural causes had multiple comorbidities. If someone doesn't know what we're talking about, the CDC came out yesterday and said all but 6,000 people that have died from the coronavirus had one or more comorbidities. What that means is they had one or more things wrong with them. You know, this is like saying if you get colon cancer and die, but you had diabetes, colon cancer didn't kill you. Most people that die from natural causes have multiple comorbidities. Over half the population is fat. That's a comorbidity. Heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. These are all comorbidities that most people walking around have. If BVD died tomorrow, how many comorbidities you have?
Well, you just named 4 of them.
I mean, this idea that because 6,000 people that died from the coronavirus didn't have anything else wrong with them, that means only 6,000 people died from the coronavirus is ridiculous. It's insane. You have to be so you're either completely ignorant or you're willfully stupid. Those are the only two choices if you somebody that believes this idea that only 6,000 people have died from the coronavirus.
Or you're George.
I mean, this is just mind-numbingly stupid.
Colby
I mean, this is like saying that no one has ever died from AIDS. You know, AIDS destroys your immune system. And then you get a cold and you die from a common cold. Now, do we go around saying, well, AIDS didn't kill him? No. Of course AIDS killed him. The flu doesn't kill anybody either. If this is what we're going to base everything off of, then the flu doesn't kill anybody either. You get the flu, you already have some sort of respiratory issue, so you then develop pneumonia and die. That we still add that to the flu death column. We don't say, well, he didn't die from the flu because he had pneumonia, or he didn't die from the flu because he's on cholesterol medicine. This is insane. I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, if I have cancer and I get hit by a train, then cancer didn't kill me, did it? We don't say, well, yeah, he got hit by a train, but he had cancer. He was going to die anyway. Yeah, but not today.
Right.
So, yeah, somebody dies of coronavirus, but they had diabetes. Okay. Were they going to die today of diabetes? No. They could have lived another 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. We don't know. Depend on their age, whatever.
Here's one that'll interest you, Lou.
But the idea that somebody dies of coronavirus and it doesn't count as a coronavirus death because they're on insulin, that's insane. I mean, this is insanity.
Maybe we should maybe half the country's stupid.
Well, George Carlin said it best a long time ago. Think about how dumb the average person is, and then realize that means half the population is dumber than that. Because the average is right in the middle. So just think about how dumb the average person is, and then realize half the people walking around are even dumber.
I wish George Carlin was around for everything that's going on right now. I like to hear his opinion.
It's not Facebook necessarily, but Facebook has perpetuated we live in the age of the meme. People don't know anything outside of what they read on a meme 5 minutes ago. And they just believe it blindly and hit share. Oh my God! The CDC said only 6,000 people that died from the coronavirus didn't have anything else wrong with them. And then somebody goes out and makes a meme that says CDC says only 6,000 people have died from coronavirus, and within an hour, 200 million people have seen it on Facebook, and half of those 200 million people believe it.
Tell me what sense this statement makes. Diabetes doesn't kill people. The symptoms from diabetes kills them.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole that's what makes it so hard to believe that so many people are buying into this idea that only 6,000 people have died from coronavirus because of what you just said. There are multiple things wrong with most people who die of natural causes, whether that's diabetes. Listen, my mom was on cholesterol medicine. She sat down on her couch and had a heart attack. What killed her? She had a heart attack. The fact that she was on cholesterol medicine doesn't mean the heart attack didn't kill her, does it? I don't think so.
The reason I even made that statement, my ex-wife, we used to have that debate all the time. She says, diabetes don't kill people. The symptoms. So I'm like, okay, well, doesn't that mean diabetes killed them?
She wouldn't have the symptoms if she didn't have diabetes.
Yeah, like what's worst case scenario for diabetes? It's kidney failure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like saying, yeah, okay, I've got diabetes. I die of kidney failure. That's like saying diabetes had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's
the most amazing thing about that is she's a nurse. I mean, she's a medical field educator. And I mean, maybe there's some technical jargon behind that comment that, that quantifies it. But to me, to say diabetes doesn't kill people, the symptoms of diabetes kills people just made no, I never could get my mind wrapped around that one. So that's why I'm still using it today as an example, because that makes no sense to me. But there's a lot of things that make no sense to me.
I mean, imagine somebody dying of colon cancer and you walk up to their kid, sister, whatever, and you go, well, he was fat. Okay. Was he going to die from being fat today? No. He died from colon cancer. The fact that he happened to be fat didn't have anything to do with it. Oh yeah, he had a heart attack, but he had diabetes. So, I mean, I just don't understand these people, man. I really don't.
I don't understand the people that still insist that this is not real.
Who was the guy that made that original comment in there? Who knows? Was that his name? Who knows? I don't know, but we know you don't know. Oh, boy. Man, can't believe such and such got ran over by a train. Yeah, but he was taking Lipitor.
Good thing he didn't have diabetes.
Train didn't have shit to do with it. He was taking Lipitor.
What's the old movie where because there's some people you just can't reach? Is that Cool Hand Luke?
Was that Cool Luke?
It's also at the beginning of the Civil War song. Guns N' Roses.
Might be. The only two I always know from Cool Hand Luke is Still Shaking That Bush, Boss. Still shaking that bush, boss. And my boy can eat 50 eggs. And he does, too. He sat there and ate all 50 of them damn eggs.
I've never seen Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, baby D.
It's not really a great movie. It's just, it's got some great scenes in it that have become like cult classics over the years, like the egg scene and some other things, but...
Yes, a good morning, Big Dog Brett.
It's worth watching for anybody that's never seen it. But
absolutely,
a great movie.
What's the basic premise of the movie?
They're all in prison, and the guy that runs the prison is a hard ass, and it takes place like in the old. Well, it's an old movie.
Very old.
Yeah, Big
That
Dog.
sounds like something I'd like.
Why is all that dirt in Boss's hole?
Luke tries to escape. Well, he does escape, I guess. That's where he let the dogs were tracking him, and he left his clothes and he put like cayenne pepper all in it or whatever, and threw the dogs off, making the dogs sneeze and stuff.
God, now it kind of makes me want to watch it again now.
Yeah, it's making me want to watch it. How old is that movie? I mean, are we talking 70s or 80s?
It's 50 years old. Paul Newman is probably in his 20s in that movie. Isn't it Paul Newman?
I believe so.
Yeah. He's probably in his 20s in that movie.
Damn. It is old.
Let me Google it. I'm curious now when that came out.
You know, if you remember the beginning of that song, Civil War, that old man speaking DVD, that's from that movie.
1967.
Oh, shit.
So 53 years old. Is that right?
Exactly.
Quick math.
That movie was born the same time I was.
Damn, that's ancient.
Yeah, it is.
Cheese Ski Dewey is back after he said he had to leave a while ago because he was busy or something.
He still keeps talking about he's called in.
He's back to not tell us what top 25 poll isn't terrible, and he still hasn't posted his. So, you know why he hasn't posted his? It's either going to be so ridiculous it's an obvious troll attempt, or he has realized that my poll isn't terrible, and every poll on planet Earth resembles it. I'll tell you
Y'all
what
ran
I
out
figured
more.
out yesterday, though. Here's what I figured out yesterday, sitting down to do, especially trying to do the entire top 25. I didn't realize it's going to be hard to, you're going to have 3, 4, maybe even 5 lost teams ranked pretty high. It's going to be hard to, I mean, think about a top 10 right now with knowing you have to leave out certain teams. Now, you got an obvious top 7, I think. Bama, and you can change the order around. I'm not saying this is the only order, but I think there are 7 teams: Bama, Clemson, Georgia, Oklahoma, Florida, Notre Dame, and LSU. I think everybody on earth agrees those are top 10 teams, except for Cheesy Dewey or whatever his name is. But try to make your list after that. Here's the teams you're choosing from. If you agree those are 7 of the top 10, here's what you're left with. These teams here: Texas, Auburn, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, Central Florida, Cincinnati, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Memphis, Tennessee, Miami, App State, Kentucky, Baylor, Louisville, Navy, Virginia. That's 25 teams.
Wow.
I mean, it's going to be, I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be, or different or weird or strange it was going to be, even just to look at a top 25. You look at a top 25 poll and you see some of these teams, and in your mind you're going, that's not a top 25 team. But that's relative to a normal season that includes the Big Ten and the Pac-12, you know? I mean, we rag on the Pac-12, but Oregon clearly would be ranked. Southern Cal clearly would be ranked. Maybe Utah, maybe Washington, maybe Arizona State, maybe Stanford. And, of course, the Big Ten: Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So there's a lot of teams you can't put in the top 25. So and then try to think 6-7 weeks into the season. I mean, LSU. We've been having a lot of fun with LSU. Couldn't LSU could go 6-4, a 6-win team, and that could be top 15.
I mean, a lot of teams start off 0-2 that'll still be ranked.
Yeah. It's going to be real weird.
It's going to be like a basketball poll.
Trying to figure this stuff out, because your mind is so pre-programmed. You know, you have a set number of teams you're used to dealing with. So, like, top 25 doesn't mean this year what it means in a normal year, because there's 28 teams in the Power 5 that you can't even consider because they're not playing. It's gonna be strange. You're gonna see some weird records ranked in weird places. You know, it's gonna be weird to look up at the end of the season and see a 5 or a 6-win team in the top 25, but you're gonna see a bunch of them.
You're right. Absolutely right.
Well, hell, we got a good chance of finishing in the top 10 then.
Stop it. See, you're a habitual line stepper. Top 25 maybe for Tennessee if they can win. I think Tennessee's got to probably win one of those games. They're not supposed to win, but
say Tennessee finishes 6-4.
Oh, ranked for sure.
Definitely ranked. Definitely ranked, but where? You know,
depending on what everyone else does, I think a 6-win team could potentially be in the top 15, depending on who they lose to and who they beat and what other teams around them do. I think potentially, because extrapolate 6-4 to 8-4 in a normal season. An 8-win team could be in the top 20 in a normal season. You see that sometimes.
It's not completely. Maybe to you it is, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities that Tennessee goes 7-3 this year. If they go 7-3, they could be a top 10 team.
That could be a top.
It would be. 10. It would be probably 10th,
I think if the 3 losses
But-
were to teams all ahead of them, let's say Alabama,
And-
Georgia,
and
and Florida. Let's say they go 7-3,
Yeah.
and those are the only 3 games they lose, and at least 1 or 2 of those games are competitive or close. Then yeah,
Imagine if it's like a 2007 season, where like a lot of teams get beat. Of course, you're like, for sure.
it's going to be a weird. Iowa has shut things down. I mean, and who was it we talked about the other day? Oh, Auburn. Yesterday, BVD, because I don't know if you heard this yet or not. Auburn, I think, has 14, 15, 16 players, something like that, who are quarantined for 10 days. Can't practice, can't do anything. 10 days. Now that's bad because, like I mentioned earlier, we're in regular practice mode here. Teams are installing offenses, and teams are, I mean, this isn't summer workouts. This isn't conditioning. I mean, this is full scale practice we're in now, and you got guys missing 10 practices now, and potentially they don't practice every day, but But now, what if this happens 2 months from now? And you got 15, 16 guys out for 10 days. I mean, you're going to see some weird things this year. It's going to be really strange. Really strange. Ranking teams is going to be hard. Shoot, the year season is over thing might be hard.
The walk-on's dream.
It really is. It really is. You're going to have some thirds. Yeah, listen. If you've never bought a program, you might better buy one this year. Well, you have the internet. You don't have to do that anymore, but when you're at the game, you go see Tennessee play some terrible team or something, and it's the fourth quarter, and Tennessee's up 50 points, and you're like, who the hell is that at quarterback? You got to get the thing out. You got to look at the number up in the program. Everybody's had to do that before.
Oh, yeah.
When you start putting these walk-ons and third and fourth string guys in, you're like, who the hell is that? You're going to see some stuff like that this year. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to see some stuff like that this year if some of these teams have to sit a bunch of players out.
Yeah, I'm going to be in trouble because I don't care anymore to know every player on Tennessee's football team. It just doesn't interest me that much anymore to know every number of every player on the team like it did 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So this year is definitely going to be probably a challenge to keep up with everybody.
Y'all excited for that big Labor Day night primetime matchup?
I'm actually a little bit concerned about it.
Why?
I don't know. Well, you're talking about South Carolina, I presume, right?
No, Labor Day.
Oh.
Labor Day, the Monday. They give us a game every year on Labor Day, Monday night, first weekend of the season, which is coming up this Monday.
Okay.
And they're giving us a real winner this year. It was supposed to be Georgia and Virginia.
Right.
So who is it now?
BYU at Navy.
Well, I'll be curious to see if Navy or BYU can pull off another stunning late game come from behind win.
I got
We're
Navy.
gonna go out there.
I got Navy winning by about 120.
Jeez.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting we still got to go to Provo. I guess sometime next year, maybe. I don't know.
Well, they got their comeuppance coming anyways.
What if y'all go
For what
play
they
on the
did.
road? What if y'all go play on the road at BYU? Doesn't matter what happens in a game or whatever. But then Monday, the following week, on Monday, when Jerome Pruitt gives his press conference, instead of coming out and talking about the game or talking about next week's game or talking about injuries or whatever, he comes out and confesses his conversion to the Mormon faith.
Well,
I don't care if he confesses his profession of whatever to whatever. Just win some games.
yeah, I'm with DVD there.
Yeah. What if Kirby does that? What if Kirby does that tomorrow, Lou?
Becomes Mormon?
Yep, announces to everyone that he's become Mormon.
Oh,
Well, it becomes a Buddhist.
it wouldn't matter to me. I don't really differentiate between religions.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
Drew would be better as a Buddhist. You know, he's already got the bald head. He could have just the little like gown thing they wear. It's orange, so yeah, it'd work.
I wouldn't care if, well, there's not a lot of personal life things I really give a shit about when it comes to my college football team.
Cheesky Dewey has another gem for us in the comments section. He says, I'm the.
I don't think I heard you.
He says, I'm the.
Oh,
Oh, then he's got another one. It says, I'm the smartest guy here. Took him 2 attempts to type that, though. I'm the. I think he should change his name to I'm the.
He was giving us the chance to fill in the blank there, Lou.
Oh. I would
Finish that sentence for Cheesky Dewey.
Yeah, I would have filled it in a little differently.
Fill it in for us.
I'm the biggest potato in the bag.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let's just say he is the biggest potato in the bag. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Does that make him even a bigger potato than
in his case, it's his life's greatest achievement. So it would be a good thing.
Buffering.
I'm the.
Sister of the court.
The comment section should help us out. What should it say? I'm the. What should it be from Cheesky Dewey? I'm the.
Yeah. I'm the guy with the worst internet on the internet. That's what my I'm the would be. I'm officially hardwired now. And I swear it seems like I've been having more internet troubles.
Must be your internet service.
Yeah.
We're calling Xfinity.
They go, this shit happens, it seems like here lately.
Who do you have? You have Comcast, don't you?
Yeah, Xfinity.
Go to speedtest.net and hit the big go button in the middle of the screen.
Okay.
Let me know what it says.
Speedtest.net.
Uh-huh. Or it could be your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And hit go.
Yep.
I think your roommate's late night activities are slowing down your internet there.
I'm up to 280, 290, 300, 312, 315, 320.
It ain't your internet then.
Mm-mm.
Now it's doing upload 23.8.
Yeah, it ain't your internet.
No,
You got faster internet than about 95% of the people walking around.
Yeah. What's the first one? Ping. MS. What is that?
That's how far away you are from whatever server they're connecting to. The
Well,
lower,
that's a 32.
the lower, the better.
So I'm at 32.
Yeah, But that matters less than your.
Okay. And then download megabytes 323.17, upload megabytes 23.88. How's that? 23.8 for upload.
That's good.
Okay.
It's definitely not your internet.
Why is it? It says my connections are multi. Comcast, Augusta, Georgia. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is computer's a year old, but I mean, that shouldn't matter, did it?
The age would matter less than what's in it.
And I don't do a lot at all on this computer, really. I mean, come back over to, I switched back over to the morning show YouTube page, and the first comment I see is biggest dumbass here from Melissa May.
That's when Melissa May is awesome.
Oh, I got an email yesterday that I don't know if you call it it wasn't really a contest. I did a thing on the night show where I was doing something for 4 people. What did I call it? Anyway, I got an email yesterday that the items have been shipped. So that's good news for those people.
So you're doing something for poor people.
4, not poor. I don't know if they're poor
Oh,
or not.
four. Okay.
I have a feeling they're not poor based on how they won the contest.
Yeah, I got you.
Who was it? Tiger Cat, Jay Rizzle, Gator Zoned,
And Rattlehead.
2 corn dogs and 2 gators. I'm going to be outnumbered at my own bar.
Yep.
What a shame.
Well, you're not going to be at your bar anyway.
Well, yeah, it's a coffee bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a Coke bar and a Mountain Dew and water and
Gotcha.
cheer wine, root beer.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you missed it yesterday too, when I was bragging about how amazing my new espresso machine is.
Espresso.
I'm making the best. I make the best lattes and cappuccinos this side of Starbucks.
Espresso yourself.
Do what?
Espresso yourself
Yeah,
instead of expressing yourself.
I bought the same white chocolate mocha is the best thing Starbucks has. It's not even close. And I went online and bought the same syrup and coffee and everything that they use to make that. And you wouldn't know the difference from going to Starbucks and buying it for $8 a cup or whatever it is to the one I make here. But you know how much that syrup costs? $63 a gallon.
Jeez.
How long will a gallon of that last, though?
Well, obviously that depends on how much you drink, but I think I've had that machine for 3 weeks. I bought the syrup the same time I bought the machine, and there's a little over half left. So maybe 2 months at the pace I'm doing it.
Wow.
You don't put much syrup in there. I mean, it's a pump top thing, you know, and you pump it maybe, you know, you can do it 2 times, 3 times, depending on how much of that flavoring you want in there. But that espresso machine is amazing. It's got, you know, all coffee machines have the place you put the water, but this has a second one, and you put milk in it, and it steams the milk and froths it and everything. Puts it into the cup for you, double shot of espresso, couple of pumps of that white chocolate mocha, little whipped cream on top. Boy, you'd be ready to slap somebody. You take your sip of that. It's so good.
Never had it.
Well, you fixed your I've never had Chick-fil-A problem. So next on the list, you can fix your I've never had Starbucks problem.
Well, I've had Starbucks.
Well, what do you get from there? Just coffee?
I'm trying to think back to the last time I was at a Starbucks.
I don't like their coffee. It's too strong for me.
Yeah, I do remember that. I got some coffee from there. And even drinking it the way I drink it with cream and sugar in it, it was still really stout. I probably, more than likely I got whatever Kayla got, which I'm sure was some icy,
frappe.
Something, yeah. She drinks the ice stuff.
I can't stand it.
Like
I don't drink anything coffee-wise iced. I can't stand it.
Well, it didn't taste like coffee. I mean, it's like getting a slushy.
Yeah.
More or less. And it was about $8. Damn. Yeah, I'm with you, vodka drinker. I'm not spending $10 for a cup of coffee.
Well, I'm not either anymore.
I'm not spending $10 for a bag or whatever those big ass things, that the coffee comes in.
Yeah, they're called
however many ounces in there.
Vector 12, thank you for hitting the PayPal, sir. He says, thank you guys for putting on the show. BBD, I hope you get feeling better.
Thank you, Vector.
Yeah, football season's starting now. You got to be, we need you at 100%.
Yep.
You're only allowed to get sick during the off season.
Yeah, I don't like getting sick ever.
I hear you.
I'm not going to, I'm going to classify myself right now as not sick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and predict that the test is going to come back negative.
Are you declaring it in Jesus' name?
No, definitely not.
Okay, good.
I don't feel close enough to the big fella to be declaring anything in his name.
Well, the only good thing is if you declare it in Jesus' name, but then it turns out that you are sick, you can just blame it on him.
Okay. Well, I can blame it on him anyway.
That's true.
And then ask for forgiveness.
Unc Alfonso. Thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, no $6 million for Al Golden. The Golden Era is officially done in Miami. Yeah, I read that this morning, too. Al Golden was suing Miami, trying to get an extra $6 million out of him. Judge said no.
Sorry, Big Al. Move along, please.
Uh-oh.
Go back to Temple.
Look at this. This guy wants to be gone permanently, don't he? What is this? Look at this. F you, Lou, and BVD. You're burning in hell. Save me a spot. Save me a spot down there, buddy.
But who's driving the bus? What I am.
Clearly, he ain't watching.
Carter's going to heaven, I guess.
I said I was driving the bus.
Well, not a court. Oh, he said. Yeah. That's what he said.
No, that's what Carter said.
Oh no, yeah. Well, according to but whoever it is, Squidward chat. Yeah. Lou went from an alcoholic to a sugar and a gambling addict. I'm not a gambling addict. I don't gamble that often. I gamble during college football season, and that's about it. And even then, I don't gamble big money. I put a couple $100 in my gambling account, Bet Now, at the beginning of the season. And I know everybody says this, especially when they lose. I really don't gamble to make money. Now, at the end of the season, if I happen to have made a couple $100, great. But I really do look at it as entertainment. And honestly, that's how you should look at it to anybody that considers doing it. You shouldn't be on there gambling your house payment or anything like that. I mean, what you gamble on the games is up to you. Everybody has a different amount of disposable income, entertainment income or whatever. I look at it about like going to the movies. If I take my family to the movies, that's $100 I'm never getting back. I look at any money I gamble is the same way. If I gamble $100, I don't plan on ever getting that money back. If I do, great. But I put a couple $100 in there at the beginning of the season, and every Saturday I'll bet $25 on 4 or 5 games. Every once in a while I'll go 4-0 or 5-0. Sometimes I might go 1-4, 1-5. But most days I go 2-3 or 3-2. So I'm making or losing very little money per week. I just do it. I watch all these games anyway, a ton of games I sit out here, all day watching games. Sometimes it makes it a little more interesting to watch a game if if there's something right.
You got a little bit of money on it.
Yeah, even if it's $25 or $50 or whatever it is. I really don't. I really don't gamble a lot of money. If I'm going to gamble,
same thing.
If I'm going to gamble like $100 or something, I'd rather do it with an individual than. But I'm not telling anybody else, what to do. I'm sure, I'll be working with Bet Now again this year, so I'm not telling anybody not to gamble, or else I wouldn't be partnering with a gambling site. I just, look, gambling's like anything else. If you do it too much, it's a problem. There's nothing wrong with drinking. But if drinking is causing you a bunch of problems, you probably need to look at it. And that's what happened with me with drinking. So I quit. And gambling's the same way. Chocolate, sugar, same way. Whatever. You can get addicted to anything. Video game, whatever. Porn. Yeah. So, everything in moderation. Right?
Yep. That's right.
I don't like doing things in moderation, though.
You don't want to. You don't want to be homeless, telling somebody in the box next door how you almost won $1,000 on the game last month, but didn't work out. So now you're on the sidewalk.
Only thing for your name is a piece of cardboard and a Sharpie.
Yeah. All right, it's 10 o'clock. We got to wrap the show up. I have to get ready for the world premiere today. I'm sure everyone.
Good luck, by the way.
I'm sure everyone's is just as excited as I am, if not more excited. World premiere, episode number 1 today. Lunch Money with Pigskin Pete and me. We're going to do this show every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. And what a coincidence that we ended the show talking about gambling, because that's what this show is going to be all about, gambling. Mostly sports betting.
Look forward to it.
And like anything else, we'll go off the rails every once in a while, I'm sure, and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. But I think it's important when you start a show to have a theme. Carter, you're amped up show. Y'all talk music, but then by the time the show ends, there's no telling what y'all are talking about. It's the same way with anything. I mean,
yeah, that's when we have 9 people in there. It's after the show is over.
Yeah,
we'll have to do a pool night and see if Uncle Luke can win.
I hope a lot of you can tune in and check out the show today. Even if you can't, try to watch some of it later today or tomorrow if you can, because I'll be curious to know what you guys think about it, and then suggestions you might have for segments you want to see us do on there. And once we get up and running and sort of develop a format on the show and things like that, then of course we'll be wanting to know every week which games it is you guys want us to talk about on that show in terms of the betting lines and things like that. But it'll be a fun show. I've never done a show.
Main thing is have fun with it.
Yeah.
Just have fun with it.
I've never done a show with Pete before. I've never even done like a one-off thing with him, just I mean, he's been a co-host here on the morning show a couple of times, I think, and I've called into his show a bunch of times. He's called into my show a bunch of times, but we've never really worked on anything together. So I'm excited to see how it goes, and I hope you guys will check it out.
For sure.
Let me know what you think. So, BVD and Carter, what do you guys have coming up the rest of the week?
Well, for me, like I said, tomorrow night on my channel, amped up two-time defending champion BVD gonna defend his strap. So, looking forward to that. And of course, I got a show coming up with Tiger Cat, a new weekly show called Hindsight 2020. We haven't decided on a date yet, but I will let you know.
Now, this is breaking news to me.
Yeah. We did announce it yesterday, but yeah, it's pretty much breaking news. Yes.
Tiger
you
Cat
announce
and
it?
Carter,
So,
YouTube's new power couple. I mean that in a business sense, clearly and of course.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yes, it is.
Make sure you keep us informed on the starting date.
Oh yeah, I will for sure.
I hope
Because we're not a community here, so we'll have to, if you don't keep us informed, we'll never know about it.
I
got you.
2020. I hope it's not a thing where you guys are going to spend an hour a week like talking about things I said on my channel a year ago that didn't come true. Hindsight is 2020.
No.
Hey, remember when such and such said that such and such team was going to do this? Hindsight is 2020. Just point out everything everybody has ever said that was wrong.
Okay, TK just explained it. Hindsight meaning 2020 meaning the year, not the. I got you, TK. I got you.
Now, and maybe I'll just have to watch it and make this determination on my own. But since I have you on, before I let you go, I'll just ask you straight up. Is this going to be a show or a stream?
A show.
Yes. I enjoy shows. I enjoy streams too. But I like shows better.
No, it'll just be me and her. I mean, we might take on a guest, but no.
But
It won't
not
be
eight
like 4
other,
or 5 people.
Not 8 other guests though, or 7
No,
other.
sir.
Gotcha. Okay. And you don't know yet when that's going to be. You said.
No, we just
Okay.
decided on all this yesterday, so
Okay.
I will let you know though.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Sounds interesting.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Keep me informed on that. And what you got coming up,
I will.
BVD? Your live shows?
Same old.
Now, what?
Not sure about Friday night, so.
Okay, you still haven't figured out exactly how you're going to handle Friday nights.
Yeah, Friday. I might as well call Friday night play it by ear.
Yeah.
Like this Friday, I wasn't planning on going to the game, but I'm going to ride because I didn't have a ride. And I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours to a game, so I'm going to ride with the coach's wife.
And just so we're clear, you're currently awaiting results of a coronavirus test.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But riding with the coach's wife to the game and then hanging around the team.
Gotcha. If the tests are negative.
What if you don't get the results?
Yeah.
Well, then I won't go.
Okay. I like the level of responsibility that you're showing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you're having fun and joking with that, but no, there's no way in hell I would put any of those kids, their family, or none of those guys in.
That's good.
So,
And a known risk,
despite the fact that by being responsible and quarantining, you're totally giving up all of your rights and civil liberties and basically just being trampled on by the man. You're still willing to do that for the betterment of your fellow man.
Of course.
Man, there needs to be more people like you, BVD. All right, let's wrap it up. I'll be back
one
on
more
here at
thing,
noon
Lou.
today, and then I'll also be on tonight at 10 p.m. for the call-in show. So that's right, 3 Uncle Lou live shows every Tuesday and Thursday now. 8 in the morning, noon, and 10 p.m., all 3 shows here on this channel. I'll see you guys then. Carter, you get the last word, sir.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come on. And like I said, also one other thing, Tomahawk Takeover for me in Sports Live and ATL tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. I appreciate Lou. I appreciate BBD and everything that you guys do. It's a great show. Looking forward to watching you and Pete. Maybe I can even get some good picks. So look forward to it. Thank you again.
Yeah, all right, Carter. Thanks for coming on. Can't wait to have you on again. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Lunch money with me and Pete. Hope you can make it. If not, that's okay too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Me and BBD will be back here Thursday morning for the next edition of the morning show. Have a good morning.
I'm gonna snort some cayenne pepper up my nose.